is Jason Spitzer. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. On the 17th of August, there was a protest that was supposed to show support for Mike Brown, the city of Ferguson, St. Louis, Missouri, and all the police brutality and militarization of the police in this country that we live in. And I participated. Many of y'all saw me carrying this weapon right here. This is a modern sporting rifle. This is an AK-47. I'm not here to talk about this. I'm here to do several things. One, apologize. Two, explain my apology. Three, to explain why we were there, and a brief bit about why we were there armed. First off, I would like to personally apologize to Mike Brown, his family, and all the people affected of the senseless police brutality in this country and in St. Louis and Ferguson, all around the world. Especially apologize to the memory of Mike Brown. I would like to apologize for the participants of the rally that happened on the 17th. I can't apologize for my group that was I am a part of that was there. I can only apologize for myself because I said something ridiculous. And I apologize for what I said. I said, when I was being talked to by some individuals, I said, here's my whole opinion of what went down. And instead of saying his name was Mike, I said Chris. And they said, wait, what did you say his name was? And I said Chris. I believe I said that. I haven't seen the video that was captured by somebody recently. And then I said Ferguson. So essentially, I messed up his name. And to me, that is a big dishonorment of his memory and the whole cause in general, and I would like to apologize for that. I'm going to now explain myself. The individual that was talking to me was an African-American man with dreadlocks, and he had thick black sunglasses on. And then there was a white man with thick black sunglasses on, I believe a khaki shirt. And they came up to me and two other members of my group that were there at the protest. And I opened my mouth to speak my mind about the particular situation and ordeal. And I had what is called a mouth vomit moment, or what is called fumbling over your words. The reason why I fumbled over my words was, and I know this does not take away of what I said, but I'm explaining myself. You had Chris Dorsey standing there with a camera, who had already had a pretty heated encounter with me and another associate of mine, friend of mine, earlier. So, you ever had one of those moments where you try to say something and you see something out of the corner of your eye, or you're seeing something in the distance, and instead of saying that thing, you say something else? Like if you're trying to describe an ice cream cone and you're seeing a bird fly by, and you say, this bird tastes real good. That's essentially what happened. I fumbled and called him Chris. And the Ferguson part, honestly, other than the fact that there was a bunch of signs out that said Ferguson, I can't really explain that. At the time when I caught myself saying, crap, I called Mike Chris, because Chris Dorsey was standing there. I meant to say Brown. I meant to say Brown, but instead I said Ferguson. And I would like to apologize for my fumbling of the words in the dishonorment of Chris. See? I did it again. I have Chris Dorsey on my mind. Apologize for my words in the dishonorment of Mike Brown and all who have been affected. Now, if this video is getting a little too long, I apologize. I would like to explain why our group was there. I'm a part of a group called the Right to Bear Arms, Richmond, Virginia. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm the founder. I'm one of the founders, if you will. And we were there to show our support for Mike Brown and what is going on not only in Ferguson, Missouri, but all over the country in the militarized police state we live in. We were there to show our support, 1. We were there, 2, as a security. Least case scenario, best case scenario, is that somebody gets into a physical altercation or verbal altercation with somebody during the protest. A protester on another protester, or a protester and somebody who's not a part of the protest. Even though this is on me, I would not shoot. I would stand between them. Diffuse the situation. Now, even though I had a handgun, a pocket knife, and a modern sporting rifle, I would not react with this, or the knife, or the handgun, if a punch or a push were to be thrown. I would respond proportionally. And that's how my entire group would have responded. We would have diffused the situation by getting the person away from us. Putting them on the ground, if you will, as easily as possible. If they pulled out a knife, we pull out our knife. If they pull out a gun, we pull out our gun. I don't think it would have escalated to that, but you never know. We also were there with our weapons, because